Hello, everyone. I'm Sheldon Barlett Rumor, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. It is always a pleasure and always overdue, even if we talk regularly, because I know that you're going to share some insight with
Mm.
us today. I'd love for our dear friend to reintroduce himself, his first and last name, and all he's up to.
Sheldon, I'm Louis Bezich, men's health advocate,
Your iPhone.
contributing writer to phillyvoice.com, and of course, the author of Crack the Code 10 Proven Secrets that Motivate Healthy Behavior and Inspire Fulfillment in Men Over 50. How are you?
I am good. I am good. I am so excited to chat with you. You always provide the necessary insights for us to live a better life. What are we talking about today, friend?
Today, Sheldon, we're talking about finding love.
Oh,
Now, why would I talk about finding love? Well, we know that relationships, because we've talked about that many times, are key to motivating healthy behaviors and such. But the other day, I hit number 17 in terms of my anniversary with my wife.
yay.
And you'd say for a guy my age, what's so special about 17? Well, gentlemen out there in particular, when you're on number three, as I am, every anniversary, I just told Sheldon offline,
Go.
every year is important. But it occurred to me that I should share this story, and I did write about it in Philly Voice, so you can check it out there in more detail.
Yep.
That it's never too late.
It's not.
We often talk about never too late in a context of starting healthy lifestyles, but also it's never too late to find the love of your life,
I,
right? I went, my marriage number one, I had two wonderful children, but, had some issues there that really had nothing to do with me. You know, my wife, we discovered that there were some adverse childhood experiences that really just disrupted things and made that marriage fall apart. Number two was another situation out of my control where a simple procedure went south, and there was a little bit of a, impact on the psyche. She turned out fine, but it killed the marriage. So now I'm on number three, 17 years, going well. She supports, Maria is her name. She supports my healthy lifestyle. She lives a healthy lifestyle. So all is good. But, Sheldon, it's so important today. Loneliness is really a
Mm,
public health crisis.
it is.
There's an epidemic of loneliness out there, particularly among older gentlemen and older folks. And
Yeah.
so anything that I can do to share my story and say, look, it's never too late, don't give up, is I think really, really super important to get out there.
Oh, I think that that is so important, especially, we're living longer, right, in various ways. And so much
Yeah.
happens in life and marriage and partnerships in which, people really not only get depressed, but want to be able to just give up, throw in the towel, as they say, as it relates to, finding someone or finding community. We've talked about that so many times as it relates to the accountability, as it relates to finding joy, finding things to do, things to look forward to. And so giving up on love isn't necessarily a healthy choice in being able to
Right.
move forward and be able to do that, especially if you've been through hardships in the past, right? It might be a little easier to say, forget it. It's not for me. Love isn't
Mhm.
for me.
Mhm.
Relationships aren't for me. I'm not made that way, or whatever kind of excuse you want to put out into the world. But you're saying that finding love is part of living a healthy lifestyle.
Absolutely. And the other message is that I want to acknowledge it. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
Right? Trial and error will occur.
Yes, for sure.
Particularly when you maybe not have not been out sort of in the market for a while, right? So you've got to sort of, re-up your skill set, try things new, get outside of your comfort zone and
Yeah.
all this stuff. I mean, I must have read a gazillion books back in the day and really tried to equip myself. But ultimately it just kind of like, buck
Yeah.
it up and go out there and try it. And look, trial and error can be fun. It can be educational, and it's something we have to go through. But look, it's not easy. But the value, the value proposition here is tremendous. Finding somebody that you care about and that cares about you can really support your healthy lifestyle and really make a huge difference.
I think so too. And I think that often we talk about mature audiences having a second season within their career, second
Mhm.
season, a number of different things, but the second season within love, it's easier more ample, I guess, to make friends and to, have social situations when you're younger and you're more mobile, or again, you're in more social situations. But when you're more mature, right, you're in your 50s, you're in your 60s, and you're trying to find love, there are more apps now and opportunities and
Yeah.
event groups and that type of thing that are available. But any suggestions that you would make, just like you provide suggestions for a healthy lifestyle, individuals who are trying to find companionship in a more mature space, what suggestions would you provide a friend that may be going through the same?
Well, I think, what you just mentioned is that there are a lot more resources out there today than there were, 15 years ago when I started, plus, my search. Again, whether it's apps and also, use your friendships to build other friendships and other opportunities to meet somebody that you can connect with. I think, introductions. I met my wife through an introduction from somebody, so I think, that can work. But it's just like anything else in life. You want to put yourself in a position to meet people. If you stay at home, if you don't get out, you're not going to meet folks. So you have to put yourself in the position, and then I think things, tend to follow naturally after that.
Mhm. No, I think that that's so important too. I mean, one of the best ways to get a life is to, in fact, get a life, right? Is to
Yes.
be active. We talked about in the healthy journey, in the accountability space, joining running clubs, going to the gym, right? Being in those spaces. Don't order DoorDash or order your groceries. Go to the grocery store. Like, really just be part
Mhm.
of the community in which you are in. So therefore, the opportunities might be able to reach you at that point. What did they say about the definition of luck is when preparation meets opportunity, right? So
Exactly.
being
Exactly.
prepared for the opportunities that present themselves. I love this. I
Yeah, I
absolutely
mean, think about, guys oftentimes, I have nothing to say, it's
love
difficult for conversation. So think about, what goes on in your life. What are kind of questions that you would want to, ask? I mean, you're not interviewing,
Yeah,
potential soulmates, but at the same time, you want to know about them and they want to know about you. And, there's a lot of stuff when you think about it that just with a little bit of preparation can make ample conversation. So just, again, little tidbits like that, just think about it. And, again, it's hard. So put
sure.
your mind to it, right? It's like anything else in this world. If you want to be successful, it takes a little bit of work and commitment.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that there's also something really great about the fact that I'm sure you know yourself better now than you did the
Oh, yeah.
first time around or even the second time around, right? I think that if
Yeah.
there's there's a lot of self-awareness that comes to, really have lived, right? As
Yes.
opposed to when you're in your 20s or in your teens, early 30s, even at this point, even early 40s, where you're not necessarily the same person you were when you started those
Right.
inaugural relationships. So I think getting to know yourself is also an important factor. Do you think that that's true?
Oh, absolutely. The more introspective you are, the more expressive that you can be. And
Yeah.
again, your search, if you meet somebody new, and I think it's more expeditious these days. You can tell off the bat, like if there's a connection or not.
Yeah.
And with that introspection, gives you the opportunity to explore somebody else's personality as well. So it's again, you're right. Build off of that experience, do a little bit of homework, and put yourself in the right place to meet the love of your life.
Oh, I love it. Well, I say yay to love. I say yay to keep putting yourself out there, not only because we
Yeah.
all deserve to be cared for, but because it's good for your health, because it's good for
Absolutely. It's the
us. Oh,
best thing that you can do.
I love it. I love it. You never disappoint. If people want to get in touch with you, my dear friend, if they want to follow, fan, and like you, where's the best place for them to find you?
You can find me on social media at Louis Bezich. And of course, on my website, louisbezich.com, you'll see what's going on in my world of healthy behavior.
That's all you need. You need to get in touch with my dear friend. Again, you will never be disappointed. Follow, fan, and like him today. From all of us here at This Is It TV, I'm Sheldon Barlett Rumor, and we will see you soon. Take care.